give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Ha Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto our apostle elders which rule Great Millstone Wild and Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom wa abba. This is Psalm 27 verse 1. It says, a psalm of David. A psalm means a song of King David. Yahweh is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Yahweh is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? It tells you in Psalm 118. It says in verse 6, Yahweh is on my side. I will not fear what man can do unto me. All right. So we fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We don't fear man or what they could do to us. It says in verse 2 of Psalm 27, when the wicked, even mine enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. And that's because the Lord's by our side. All right. They try to come up against the elect, and they're going to suffer the same thing. All right. They're going to stumble and fall. It says, though an host should encamp against me, a host is an army, should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. In this will I be confident. Let's cross-reference that. It says in 2 Corinthians 5 verse 6, therefore we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord. Therefore we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord. For we walk by faith, not by sight. We are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. Wherefore we labor that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him. You see? Let me go 2 verses. This is 2 Corinthians verse 4. For we that are in this tabernacle do groan, talking about this body, being burdened, not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon, that mortality might be swallowed up of life. Now he that hath wrought us from the self same thing is Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, who also had given unto us the earnest of the Spirit. Therefore are we always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord. For we walk by faith, not by sight. So while we're in this flesh, we're away from the Lord. But that's why the Lord gave us the Spirit, so he could be within us through Yahweh Shai, which that's in John 17. It says in Corinthians, which we already read all this, which that's a better one right there, Revelation. (12 and 11), and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. All right. Why? Because when we die, we go right to the Lord. We're no longer absent from the Lord. All right. So this is why we're able to be confident, because no matter what happens, the Lord is with us, whether we live or whether we die. He's with us in spirit right now. Which, let me grab that. That's John 17 and verse 23. I in them and thou, talking about Yahweh in me, because this is Yahweh Shai speaking. So Yahweh Shai is saying, I in them by the word, and thou in me, because it tells you in 17:17, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth, which Yahweh Shai is the word. So the word dwelling in us means Yahweh is with us. And thou in me, that they may be made perfect, have full understanding of what your purpose is, and one as a body, and that the world may know that thou hast sent me, and hast loved them as thou hast loved me. Father, I will that they also, whom thou hast given me, be with me where I am, that they may behold my glory. Because remember, when we're in the body, we're away from the Lord, right? Because we're here on earth, and He is in heaven. Talking about in the spiritual realm, all right? So when you die, you go into the spiritual body, and you're in the spiritual realm with Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right, but when you're in the body, you're here on earth, you're mortal. So Yahweh Shai is praying that we could be like Him in spiritual bodies, immortal. All right, but also He's going to give us a body that also could be on earth and enjoy the pleasures of man. It says in verse 24, Father, I will that they also, whom thou hast given me, be with me where I am, that they may behold my glory, which thou hast given me. For thou loved me before the foundation of the world. But just like He said, He has loved them as thou hast loved me. So this is the same for the elect. For thou loved me before the foundation of the world. He loved Yahweh Shai first, but He loved the elect also since the beginning. It says, O righteous Father, which Yahweh Shai is speaking, that's why it's red letter. The world had not known thee, but I have known thee, and these have known that thou hast sent me, and I have declared unto them thy name, and will declare it. They will, the ones that are of the elect will declare it, that the love wherewith thou hast loved me may be in them, and I in them, through the Spirit, right? Which comes on these scriptures, and it comforts the elect of the nation of Israel. It says in Psalm 27 verse 4, one thing have I desired of Yahweh, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of Yahweh. That's the same spirit of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai wanted to be with the Father. It says that in John 17. It says, verse 4, I have glorified thee on the earth. I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do. And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. See? So He wanted to go to those bodies that I was speaking of, their heavenly bodies. All right? Where you don't need sleep, you don't need to eat, you don't crave sex, you're not thirsty, you're not cold, right? You're perfect. It says in verse 4, one thing, Psalm 27, verse 4, one thing have I desired of Yahweh, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of Yahweh all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of Yahweh, and to inquire in his temple. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion, which he's going to take us up into his chariot, Yahweh Shai, which Yahweh is going to send him with the host of heaven. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. Yahweh Shai is that rock. And now shall mine head be lifted up above mine enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing, yea, I will sing praises unto Yahweh. Which it says that in, Hebrews 12. No, Romans 12. I always get these two mixed up. Romans 12. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh through his Son Yahweh Shai, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, right? Because we have confidence. We're not afraid as the rest of the world is. So we're a living sacrifice, holy, because we're doing what the word says, acceptable unto Yahweh through his Son Yahweh Shai, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. Because it tells you in Romans 7, verse 12, what is good. It says, wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy and just and good. See, so this is what we're teaching our people, what is good and what is evil, so that they could abstain from evil and cleave to what is good, according to the will of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. It says in Psalm 27, verse 5, for in the time of trouble he shall hide me. We got that. It says, verse 6, and now shall mine head be lifted up. We got that. Verse 7, hear, O Yahweh, when I cry with my voice. Have mercy also upon me and answer me, which he said he would answer us in times of trouble if we cried to him. Psalm 50, and it says multiple places, but it says here, in Psalm 50 and 14, offer unto Yahweh our power, thanksgiving, through his Son Yahweh Shai, and pay thy vows unto the Most High Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, and call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. But unto the wicked our power saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hateth instruction and casteth my words behind thee? See, so the ones that care about his word, all right, and fulfill their vows, teaching the truth, all right, he's going to deliver us out of the day of trouble, because we're going to call upon him, and he's going to hear us and save us, and we're going to glorify him. All right, Psalm 27, verse 8, when thou saidst, seek ye my face, my heart said unto thee, thy face, Yahweh, will I seek. Hide not thy face far from me, put not thy servant away in anger. Thou hast been my help, leave me not, neither forsake me, O my power, O power of my salvation. When my father and my mother forsake me, then Yahweh will take me up. Teach me thy way, O Yahweh, and lead me in a plain path, because of mine enemies. Deliver me not over unto the will of mine enemies, For false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord Yahweh in the land of the living. Wait on Yahweh and be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on Yahweh. But he gave us this ministry to wait for him with. It says in 2 Corinthians 4 verse 1, therefore seeing we have this ministry in this generation, we got the gospel, as we have received mercy, and we faint not. So we have no reason to faint. This is why it says endure hardness as a good soldier. Endure means to suffer without breaking. There's no reason to break because we have mercy. It says, but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of Yahweh deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them. Edom, he has pretty much taught you a false religion. It says, which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, because he is the son of Yahweh, which we are adopted back to Yahweh through Yahushai, should shine unto them. For we preach not ourselves, but Hamashiach Yahushai the Lord, and ourselves your servants for Yahushai's sake. Why? Because we got this ministry, and that makes us ministers, you see. And so what are we supposed to do? Minister. We are servants for, as it says, Yahushai's sake. Verse 6, for Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, has shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh in the face of Yahushua HaMashiach. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, because we're mortal men, though we are as gods, that the excellency of the power may be of Yahweh through his son Yahushua, and not of us. With that, I give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Ha-Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone while, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom wa ba ba ba.